Whenever you use the color sensor in the reflected light mode in different light intensities, then it is a good idea to calibrate the color sensor before you run the program. So basically the calibration program teaches the color sensor which is white and which is black. So let's understand how we can make the calibration program. So first of all, you have to reset the color sensor before you calibrate it. So in the calibrate option itself, at the last you will get the reset option, and then we have to use some condition to stop so that we get some time to go on black or white. So here I am using the brick button, compare, and I'm using the center button. So basically the program will wait for me to press the center button and then it will go to the calibration program. And then I'll be using the color sensor. So in the reflected light mode, and then we need another color sensor block, and here we have to choose the calibrate option, reflected light intensity, and it is minimum, and then connect the data wire to this. So basically this calibration program will teach the color sensor that is black. So what you have to do is you have to put the color sensor on the black color. So make sure the color sensor light which is coming out of the sensor, the red light in the reflected light mode, is completely inside the black color. And then you have to press the center button and then it will calibrate it to 0. So basically it means whenever it sees black, it will sense it as 0 in reflected light mode. And then just to inform you, it has detected it properly. We can add a sound block saying it as black color. And then same thing we have to do for white. So what I'll do is I will just copy this and add it here. And now here we have to change it to maximum, as we want to make it white color, the maximum value. So I have just changed it to maximum, and then at the end you can, instead of black, you can change it to white. And this is how you can make the calibration program. So you have to reset the color sensor first, then wait for some condition. So I'm waiting here for the center brick button, and once you press that, it will calibrate the color sensor to the minimum value, the black, and then it will play the sound block just to confirm that it has detected the black color. And then again it will wait for us to press the center button, and then it will calibrate it to maximum value, which is white, and then again it will play the sound block. And in this way you can calibrate your color sensor. Now after the calibration, you can program your robot to follow the black line. So let's understand how you can make a black line following program, a smooth black line following program. So for that we need a loop, and then we need a live data of the color sensor in reflected light mode. I'll change it to compare measure reflected light intensity, and then we need a math block in the subtract mode, and it will come here, and then here I will write 50. So why I am writing 50 here is, so if the color sensor is following the line at the edge of the black line, so what is the target value? So after calibration, your color sensor will be getting 100 on white and 0 on black. So if I am trying to follow the line at the edge of the black line, so it means somewhere 50 I am getting on the edge of the black line. So in that case, we are subtracting value 50. If you have some other target, if you want to give 60 or 70 or 40, it depends on you, at what edge you want to follow the black line. So I have given 50 here, and then I have to use one more math block, and I will put it in the multiply option here, and then put the data wire to a parameter, and here we can multiply with some number. So for example, if I multiply with 6.6, and then here I will take the move steering value and make it on unlimited, and then the output of this math block will go to steering parameter, because we have to control the steering as it is following the line. If the line is taking turn, the robot has to also move along with the line. So if it is having a sharp turn or a different type of curves, then it is turning based on the value what you have given here. So if you don't have a sharp turn, then you can reduce this value. If you have a like more sharp turns are there, you can increase or decrease the value for this. So you have to fix this value. So you have to keep on trying, and you have to check that which value is suitable for you. So this 0.6 is not fixed value for any program. So based on your requirement, you have to do trial and error, and then you have to come to the conclusion which value is suitable for that. So this is not suitable. 0.6 is not suitable for all the teams here, because it could be different values for all different teams. So don't try to remember that 0.6 I have used, so it is similar for all the teams or all the color sensor or robots, whatever you are using. So if there are 10 robots in the classroom, so this value could be different for all 10 different teams. So try to come up with the final conclusion based on your own research, what value is working best for you. And you can also control the power parameter. So if power 50 is working fine for you, that is good. If you want to go a little slower, you can make it 30 or 40 and see which value is working best for you. So this is what we have for the calibration and proportional line follower.